Hey beautiful people, it's Rickita and I'm back with another video. So today we have a podcast. So I have a guest here. We're going to let her tell us exactly what she needs to work on or what I could actually help her with. But remember you guys, if you ever want to be a guest on my podcast, go ahead and text the score to 21,000 or you just simply call or text me at 833-RICKITA. So let's go right on into the podcast. I don't want to have a big huge introduction. So hey, how are you doing today? I'm so happy that you're on my podcast.
Thank you for the invitation. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you're welcome. So we already started talking, you guys, and I was like, wait, we got to record this. Let's start over. So I'm going to have her go ahead and repeat, what she's been doing so far, because she said she raised her credit score over 100 points already. So that's really big, you guys. And I'm so happy that, we're doing this podcast. So I'm going to let her talk about, what she has done so far, and then what exactly I can help her do. We can figure out what we got to do from there. So go ahead. Tell me exactly what you've done so far and, how I can possibly help.
Okay. So I had some things on my, on my credit and that I wanted to get off of my credit, but it had to do with, like me being on my parents' credit cards because I was over their things before they passed away. And so, however, after they passed away, there were things that were still on my credit, but I ended up having to send in their death certificates and things like that in order to get them to stop any charges that was coming against me. However, some of those things were still lingering. Mm-hmm. And so I've been working hard on my credit to get some of those things off. And so I was actually looking at a video that you did, and there was another gentleman, I can't remember his name right off, who does this as well. Mm-hmm. And you both were talking about how you could bring your score up in just 7 days. And so I actually did it in October, and there was something that one of you said in the video about a statement date, which I didn't know what that was, to check with on your credit card about a statement date, which is actually different from the date that your payment is due. So when you look at the statement date, they'll give you, like mine was October the 5th. Mm-hmm. And if you paid the credit card down, say for instance, just an example, you had a credit card for $200, or a secured credit card for $200. I had spent maybe $150 on it, but I ended up paying $190 on it, and I got it down to way less than 30%. So it was maybe 2%. And so I paid that maybe on the 2nd of October, and then by my statement date, which was October the 5th, 7 days afterwards, when they went into the credit bureau, when they updated their scores, when I went in there, my score that was at a 604 was now at a 704, so which it actually worked. So I was very pleased, with that. So I was excited about that. I was like, yay, and the other scores were 5, and they went up to 600, like a 665 or 675. So I was very pleased, with that. So it works.
Yeah, that was your utilization. So usually companies will report to the credit bureaus. So say if for Capital One especially, say if you do on the 5th, usually by the 8th, that's going to be the date that they're going to put down with the credit bureau. What is your balance on that date? And that's what they're going to report to the credit bureaus. And if you spend a lot on your credit cards, I always tell people your credit score is going to be really low. But as soon as you pay it off, keep it below that 5%, then you'll be really good. But I got mine at 0% right now. My credit really shot up from that. So I always tell people really that utilization is very, very important. Very, very important. So that's good. That means your credit went from 6 to 7. That's good. I'm excited for you. That's good.
Thank you.
So we actually got that utilization down. What's some other things that you already tried so far to try to boost your credit score up?
So that was actually it. And once I saw that, it went up, and I started looking more and more at your videos, and I saw the different programs that, you were offering to help with, the credit card trick. For some reason, I did it. I signed up for it, paid the $10 for it. I think it was $9.99 or something like that. And but for some reason the pop-up, that didn't work for me. And then, so I, text back to see what was the next step. What did I need to do? And then I signed up for the $99 program for the $5,000 credit cards to see if I can get those to kind of, help my credit score out even more, because I want to purchase a home before the end of next year. So I wanted my scores to be where they needed to be to meet my obligations. So
okay,
that's why I'm here.
Okay, perfect. Well, I'm really excited that that utilization is very, very important. That's how much you using on your credit card. So paying that down, I always tell people that's like the biggest thing. A lot of people don't know, like paying those down can really boost your credit score up a lot. Now, I'm actually going over your credit reports now, and I see it's not like you really don't have a lot of things that you have to work on in your credit, but working on these things don't definitely increase your credit score. So I see there's a few accounts that we just have to remove. Have you tried to removing any accounts from your credit reports yet?
No, I haven't.
You haven't tried?
No, I don't know how to even go in there to start that. So that's when I started looking at your program and what you offer. That's why I reached out to you to kind of, get the help to do that.
Okay. So, yeah, if you got a few accounts on here that you got to remove from your credit reports, and I see that you was an authorized user on quite a few credit cards. But some of those credit cards you was an authorized user on, they got the late payments, so we definitely want to remove those now. So you're going to lose some of that history, but, at least those late payments will be removed. So we'll try to remove, the late payments from your credit reports. But sometimes when you go mess around with those late payments, especially if it's more than 3 or 4, they may just try to remove that full account from your credit reports.
Okay.
And then you asked me about the 2 $5,000 credit cards right when we first started, correct?
Yeah.
So those credit cards are actually on the master credit card list. I believe it's on the 3rd page. So when you apply for those 2 $5,000 credit cards, usually they'll report to the credit bureaus within a month. And when I applied for it, my credit score went up 60 points. So I'm pretty sure that you'll have a nice boost in yours too by getting those credit cards, because they high limits. And you don't have to worry about being an authorized user, somebody else having late payments, So you should be able to get those accounts and keep them on there too. They're not going to have to be closed out. Now, was it family members that you were authorized user on, or did you buy trade lines?
No, I didn't. I was on my parents' credit card.
Okay.
Just as an authorized user.
Okay. Because I see a lot of accounts that was authorized users. So you have some good accounts that was authorized users, but some of them that's bad because they got the late payments. So we definitely definitely have to remove those from your credit reports. Now, how many credit cards do you have right now?
Well, I just have that one from Capital One right now.
Is that Quicksilver Platinum or like a secure? Let me see, maybe.
Secure.
That's the secure one. Yep. Okay, and you had that for a while, so it looks like they're probably next month they're going to be upgrading you to a regular account with your on-time payment.
Yeah, so that's what I was shooting for. And then once I started looking at your video and kind of following the, the instructions, and I heard you say that, you could go back in and request a higher credit limit, and then afterwards, they would offer you a real credit card. So that's what I was shooting for.
Yeah, and don't forget Capital One, when you have a secure credit card, no matter what, after five on-time payments, they're going to go ahead and boost you up to a regular card. And your balance is at $0 anyway right now, so you're looking good for that. So you got that in June. November is the time where you should get that boost up. So that's good. You're going to have a regular credit card. Sometimes they're going to put you at like $500 or $800. So they'll boost you up and they'll send you your money back. So that's really good. You get to get your money back. So you want to get your money back for that card. That's really good. Now, when they give you the regular card, I suggest that you go ahead and try to get the Platinum or the Quicksilver. That way you can have another credit card with them, because the only reason I really want you to get another credit card with Capital One, because we know the chances of them giving it to you is high, because you've been paying on time, and then hopefully you won't have an annual fee. The Quicksilver credit card, they have an annual fee with that one, but the Platinum one, you won't have an annual fee at all. So that's one thing. That's one thing I do want you to know, because that annual fee will make or break you sometimes when it comes down to the credit cards. So you have an open authorized user card with J.C. Penney. Do you think that's going to stay on there or eventually close out?
No, well, all of those are supposed to be closed now because those were my mom's and dad's cards. Those are cards that I don't even use. That when they got sick, I was just, trying to make sure that all the payments were, paid and caught up. And then, of course, after they all, when they both passed away, I wasn't able to make all the payments, but they had asked me to send in those death certificates so that those accounts could be removed.
Okay, and
so,
remove from your credit reports.
But they have not removed them, and they've both been passed away a year. Mom died in April, and my dad died in August.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry to hear that. It's like back to back.
Yeah, my dad died 3 months after my mother, but he was an amazing father, and he really took care of my mom. She was a well-kept woman. She didn't want for anything. So
that is good.
I was grateful to have them. Yeah.
That's really good. That's really good. Okay, so with those credit cards, now, is this, I think that's Lowe's. Is that a Lowe's credit card I'm saying? Because they just say Low. So I'm guessing it's the Lowe's credit card.
Lowe's.
Leave,
Lowe's credit card.
let them be, because they helping your credit right now. Whether they, we kind of just want them to stay there. I will let them just stay on your credit right now. The Lowe's, I will let the J.C. Penney stay on there right now because it's helping your credit. And let me see, the city is already closed out. So any account that's helping you, I will let it stay there. So sometimes people have accounts on their credit reports that's not theirs. And it's like, you don't have a balance on it, maybe it's somebody else's account. I say just leave it alone because it's not hurting you. If it gets to the point where it's hurting you, then you should think about removing it.
Okay. Well, those were pretty much paid up, I believe, and but they're just they're just not active. But okay, if that's what you suggest, then I'll go with that.
Yeah, because now it looks like you still got that account on there, so it's really helping you. So I will leave that on there. But what about the Pentagon credit? What about the credit union though? You have an authorized user for the credit union?
The Pentagon? I have a credit union.
Use an authorized user on this one. The Pentagon?
The Penn Fed?
Yeah.
Yes.
Is that one closed out now? Was that one of your parents' cards?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Now that one I want you to remove because it's one late payment, and right now they're saying it's 60 days late. So that's hurting you.
Okay.
That's hurting you. And one of them got a balance on it. The other one, one credit bureau saying that you owe a balance on it. The other one say you don't owe a balance at all. So we definitely want to get that one removed. Did you contact them yet about that account?
I did, to send in the death certificate so that they could have that removed. So they were supposed to take it off. That's actually what they were supposed to do. And that's probably why that reflection is up there, that one is saying that we owe and the other one is saying that we don't.
They forgot to do it for the other credit bureau. Mm-hmm. They probably just did it for one. But they're saying, like, right now, the current payment status as of today is 60 days late, which is bad, and it's not correct at all. So definitely we got to get that removed. Okay, so we know we got to get multiple accounts removed. I just want to make sure I went over all of these accounts. Have you heard of the Kickoff or Self-Lender? Because I want you to have some installment accounts. So I actually got Kickoff added to my credit reports. It's an account that actually what they do is they loan you $12, and every month they want you to go in there and click pay. So you're going to pay them back $1 every month for a whole year, which that's $12, right? And they're going to report to the credit bureau that you're paying on time. My credit score went up 36 points in 2 weeks from doing that. So by signing up for them. So I really want you to sign up for them too. And another client, they had 2 late payments added to their credit report, but during that same time, the Kickoff was added too. So instead of their credit, going down, a late payment could drop you, 70, 80 points. So instead of their credit going down, it actually went up 15 points. So that Kickoff really helps. That Kickoff really helps. So I definitely want you to sign up for that. And that's KIKOFF.com.
Okay, hold on one second.
And I'll
Yeah,
text it
okay.
to you too. I just want to make sure I tell the people that's probably just watching virtually. I'm going to text you like a
Okay.
to-do list. Like, I want you to do this, do that. I'm going to send you a whole to-do list of everything that I want you to go ahead and take care of. So,
Okay, great.
yep, you're welcome. I just want to make sure you're being hands-free on this one. Have you heard of the self-lender?
No.
Yeah, so with the self-lender is kind of the same. It's the same kind of, thing where you have to pay every month. Only thing is you want to use your money for this account. So let me tell you how my account works, because I've been a self-lender for like 2 or 3 years now, and self-lender tells you, hey, since you started with us, your credit score went up this amount of points. They said that my credit score went up 155 points since being with them. But what I had to do was every month I had to pay $48 per month, and they report to the credit bureau that I'm paying on time, and every time that they reported, my credit score would go up. But that $48 that I'm paying every month, they keep it in a savings account, and then after a year, they just direct deposit it back into my account. That's why they call it self-lender. You're lending money to yourself. They're just putting in a savings account for you. Yeah. So I really want you to do those two accounts. And if you can do those two $5,000 accounts, they're already on the master credit card list that you got. So the one that you already have, go ahead and look on there. I think it's page 3, and do those two $5,000 credit cards, because they're going to act as if they're trade lines, because they're going to have that high limit that you really want. That's going to be $10,000 added, and you don't have to worry about them coming back off. And then we just have to work on removing these accounts. I don't suggest you get any other credit cards other than those right now, because you're going to get upgraded with your Capital One, which is really good, right? So you're going to get that upgrade next month, and then you're going to have those two $5,000 credit cards. And in the meantime, still we're working on trying to figure out how you can get that shopping cart trick to work. So hopefully you can apply for like the overstock. Because overstock, I see a lot of clients getting $2,000 or $4,000 for those. So I definitely want you to apply for those after we can get that trick to work. But right now I want you to just sit tight, because I don't want you to do too many accounts, because it's going to start lowering your credit score. And you just got that quick boost. You don't want to mess it up. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you're going to help me. You're going to walk me through how to get the $5,000 cards.
Yep. So they're already on the list. I'm going to actually put the links on the notes, because I'm going to email you a to-do list, some homework, basically. Are you good with using your email? Go ahead and going in there and, looking up everything?
I'm not computer techie like that. That's why I reached out to you.
So what about, how do you usually apply for credit cards?
It had been a long time, so I just only did that because I had a Capital One, account, and then I just, called in and just talked with somebody to get me the secured card. But I've not gone online to try to apply.
Well, I'm pretty sure you can call these companies, and they should be able to help you the same way. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
But I'll put the information down at the bottom so that you can go ahead and contact them, and they can go ahead and get you all set up. So I'll put your phone number down at the bottom for you.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yep, you're welcome. So it's 2 companies. So you just go ahead and call both of those companies. We're going to get that increase next month with Capital One. You're going to do that kickoff, or we're going to do the self-lender. And then you'll be fine. You have all the credit cards you need for right now. I'll say probably at the end of November, after that Capital One get upgraded, we'll see where your credit is at. But let's start trying to delete these accounts, because that can boost your credit score up a lot too. And we kind of want to see which account's going to be easy to get deleted and which ones are going to want to fight to not remove from your credit reports. Yeah, but I think that's everything. Do you have any questions for me?
No, that's it. That's it. So I'll just follow the instructions that you send me, and if I have any questions, I can just text, right?
Yep, you can just go ahead and text me. Yep, just if you have any questions, just always go ahead and text, or just call us too. Our phone number is 833 Rickita, so just call us anytime.
Okay, and so also, you guys will start working on trying to get that off of my credit. Is that correct?
Getting them accounts off, yeah. So I don't know. Have you done the application with us? You probably haven't done the application yet, huh? The application to start working, remove those accounts.
I did.
You did the application already?
I did, and I talked with one of your, I can't remember
Israel,
his name.
probably. Most likely it was
For the
Israel.
credit repair. I signed up for the credit repair, and then the $99.
Okay.
And yeah.
Okay, well, I'm gonna get off of the podcast and let me check on your account. I don't know how much time you have, but let's wait 5 minutes. Let's make sure everything is in there, everything is good, and then we can just go from there. Okay? So give me about 1 minute, let me close out the podcast, and then I'll come back in and we'll look at your account to make sure everything is done correctly.
Okay.
Alrighty, thank you.
Thank you.
Yep. I'm going to say bye-bye, you guys. I'm so used to saying bye-bye. But that's the end of this podcast, you guys. But listen, she said she raised her credit score 100 points by just paying her credit cards down. I'm going to keep telling you guys, paying down your credit cards is very, very important. And you see how she said that, I was an authorized user on my parents' credit cards. And I told her, well, listen, these two are good. Even though if their parents passed away, I'm so sad about that. The point that she was actually an authorized user and their positive credit cards on the credit reports, I do not suggest she go ahead and close those out. They don't have a balance on them. They're not coming after her. Let them stay on there because they're boosting their credit score. Now, after she get everything she wants, I will naturally let them fall off, but I won't mess with them because they can really drop your credit score. You don't know if it's that account that's really boosting your credit score up and keeping it high, you guys. But remember, text SCORE to 21,000. If you want to be on my podcast, definitely just let me know. Let me know if you want to be on the podcast. And don't forget, it's all going to be catered to what you need or what you want, because this podcast right here, this episode is totally different than a lot of them that I actually did that I've done before, you guys. But go ahead and text me if you have any questions, 833-Rickita, or go ahead and give us a call. Talk to you later, you guys. Bye-bye. What you do is, if you want to try my trick, I want you to opt into Factor Trust. So to opt into Factor Trust, you have to go ahead and click here. So this is the website. I'll have it down in the description. I want you to opt into Factor Trust. So when you opt into Factor Trust, all you're doing is telling them, hey, I want to get credit card offers. And you have to apply. You have to actually give them your name, your address, your social security number, your date of birth. They're a credit bureau, so they're similar to, TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. Those are the three major ones. But go ahead and click submit. After you click submit, then you want to go ahead and enter that information that I told you that you'll have to submit. Go ahead and submit the information and click confirm. Now, when you submit this, remember, you're telling them I want offers, so be prepared to get a lot of offers in the mail. But that's good because remember, you're trying to build your credit score up, and for you to build your credit score up, you need at least 4 credit cards. Now, let me show you what you can do after you actually opt in. After you opt in, then you have a chance of getting approved for credit cards without them actually checking your credit score. So let's go ahead and go to victoriassecrets.com because that's an easy website where you can just test and see if you can do the opt-in. You don't have to get the credit cards, but you can see if you get the pop-up saying you're pre-approved without them checking your credit scores and without them actually give you that hard inquiry. So let's go to victoriassecrets.com. So after we go to victoriassecrets.com, I want you to put $250 worth of items in your cart. I already have items in my cart because I did not clear my cookies. So if you try this trick and it's not working for you, I want you to clear your cookies. I want you to clear your cookies and I want you to go into incognito mode. And if you want me to go through that, let me just run through it really quickly. You don't have to ask. I'll just do it. Let's go ahead and click the 3 dots here at the top. So it's 3 dots at the top and go to settings. After you go to settings, I want you to put pop into the box. And I'm going to kind of go fast because I don't want to, if you already know this, I don't want to, pull you through it. But I want you to go ahead and click here where you see it's highlighted with the pop. Go ahead and click there, scroll to the bottom, and you want to make sure that you click pop here, and then you allow pop-ups. You make sure that it says allowed. So make sure it says allowed on your computer. Go ahead and click enter again on pop. Let's go ahead and just put pop in again. I want you to go to clear browsing data. That's your cookies. That's when they track you. They know where you've been. So far they say I've been to 169 sites. I downloaded 10 items. Like they know too much, right? So I want you to clear your data. So after you clear your data, they're not going to have this information anymore. So I want you to go to the Victoria's Secrets website, but I want you to do it in an incognito mode. I'm able to do it without incognito, but I want you to see what it looks like to do it in incognito. And this is actually called the shopping cart trick, what we're going to be doing. So I want you to put Victoria's Secrets here, click submit, click enter, and I want you to put that $200 to $250 worth of items in your cart. So I like to just go ahead and hover over sleep and go to Cami sets. But again, it can be any $200 to $250 that you want to go ahead and pick the items. You can pick them yourself. You don't have to go ahead and follow these items, but I suggest you follow them, but you don't have to. And you can always rewind, slow it down, or whatever it takes so that you can go ahead and get this trick to work for you. So I like to click the small, and I like to get 4 of them. And so I get the same items. I don't like to go ahead and get different items. I think it's just too much work and it's not necessary. So I want to add this to my bag. Now I want to click checkout. Now, as you can see here, the items is actually only $198, but with taxes, it's going to put me over that $200 mark. So I'm not concerned about it. So I'm going to click checkout. After you click checkout, you want to check out as a guest. So go ahead and click checkout as a guest. Now, I want you to go ahead and type your information in, that same information that you put into Factor Trust. I want you to put your first and last name here, your address here. I want you to put your phone number and your email address in. And the only reason why you want to put that same exact information, that's because when the Factor Trust sent your information over to these credit card companies, the only thing that they gave them was your name, your address, your phone number, and your email address so that they can mail you stuff, they can email you things, you can get all these different offers, right? So put that same information in here, but I'm going to type this information in of the client that I have. So remember, you want to make sure that this is that same information. If you do not put the information in correct, then they're not going to go ahead and give you that pop-up that I'm going to show you in a second. So I'm just typing in all the information that you will have to put in so that you can get that pop-up. And keep this in mind too. There's over 60 different credit cards that allow you to get credit cards without them checking your credit score. So go ahead, if you get approved for this one, if you get the pop-up, I want you to get the shopping cart trick guide in the description where you can see those 60 different credit cards. So I have all of the information put in. So I just want to verify that everything is correct so we can get the pop-up. So far, everything is correct. I want to click continue to delivery. So after you click continue to delivery, this is the pop-up that you're going to get. It's going to say, congratulations, you're pre-approved for the Victoria's Secret credit card. And this is the pop-up for all of the companies. You should get the same exact pop-up saying that you're pre-approved. Now, they're asking you to pick which credit card you want to get. So I always like to get the pink. If you watch this plenty of times because you're trying to master this trick, then you know I love the pink card. So I'm going to click accept now. And what they're going to ask you for is I want you to put your date of birth here, your last 4 digits of your social twice, and they want you to go ahead and check this box here and click finish, submit for review. So that is what they want you to put here. And remember, after you go ahead and put this information in, they're going to let you know, congratulations, you're pre-approved for $500. You're pre-approved for $1,000. Now, I don't suggest that you actually buy the things on this. I don't suggest that you go ahead and get it. What I would do is I would just exit out. So I would click that X right there. And after they tell you how much you're approved for, they're going to send you that card in the mail. So you can go ahead and look at my guide down in the description. It's called the Shopping Cart Trick Guide. And you'll be able to get those same credit cards that's on that guide. And remember, they're not going to be checking your credit score and they're not going to be pulling your credit reports, giving you that hard inquiry. But if you have problems with hard inquiries, then go ahead and look down in the description. I have the hard inquiry removal guide also, where you can go ahead and remove inquiries from your credit reports. But yes, guys, I taught you guys the trick. So now I want you just to implement it. And remember, you want to opt into Factor Trust. After you opt into Factor Trust, it's going to be so many different offers coming in the mail. And now they're going to tell these different companies that you want to get the credit card, which is going to make it easier for you to be able to get them. So if you have any questions, go ahead and call or text me. My phone number is 833-Rickita. And remember, I'm always here for you. So you can always call or text me. You're my assistants. We're definitely here for you. And if you want me to try to see if I can do this trick for you, I also have a section in the description that says, click here if you want me to try to do the trick for you. And usually that trick can be done within 24 hours so I can see if I can get you pre-approved. If you have any questions, like I said, call or text me. Make sure you subscribe, like this video, and leave a comment with your Cash App so you can be entered into my monthly drawing.